Good morning, travelers. Tara here, HiddenLotus Tarot, and I'm coming to you today with a general reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 2016. So this is going to be an extended reading for you guys because this is your birthday month coming up in a few weeks. Sun's gonna be moving into Sagittarius. So let's see. I woke up at 3:33 a.m. people. So I figured I'd best put this energy to use here. Okay, hold on. Just bear with me a second. I'm still in my PJs, as a matter of fact. So, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. That one. And I'll take this one. One second. We have some transits going on. We always have transits going on. I think the largest one will be Neptune. It will be stationing direct on the 19th in just a few days. The full moon was beautiful outside. I saw it rise, absolutely gorgeous. The biggest supermoon since 1948, 70 something years. So I hope you guys took advantage of the energy that the full moon has been bringing. Now I've done some pre-shuffling of the cards, and this Ace of Pentacles has presented itself. Now, I know that many of you, we have the Saturn in Sagittarius, and I think the transit's about to be over. It's been like a couple of years. It can sometimes take another 2 years to fully recover from the Saturn. When Saturn hits your sign from a Saturn return. But what you get right after that is the Jupiter return, and that just kind of makes up for everything. Jupiter is known as the great benefic, and Jupiter comes in to bring you many, many wonderful opportunities. However, in order to grasp those opportunities, one needs to be first balanced in all ways, so that they can make the best decisions as those, because you get a lot of opportunities, a lot of things come at you, and you got to figure out really what's worth the time and what's not. If there are things that pique your interest, then go ahead and make a list of those and then decide which one you really would devote your time to. It doesn't mean that you get one idea and it's not a good idea. It just may mean that you need to focus on something else. You can always come back to that other idea later. So this Ace of Pentacles to me represents an opportunity to walk a new path, so to speak. But again, the universe doesn't just hand you things and say, here, on a silver platter. It's like a test. You're going to have to figure out what it is you've got to do in order to grasp this particular ace, okay? Let's go ahead and put the rest of the cards down to see the rest of the story here. I have the Radiant White, the Marseille. Well, that presented itself. Whoa. They're really wanting to talk. Let me put those back in because it's 3 cards together. I don't accept those. If they show back up, then they're meant to be in the reading. Y'all got some movement going on. I think for many of us, once Neptune goes direct, and wherever Neptune has been transiting through your astrology chart, there's been a lot of confusion, a lot of stuck energy, and we're having, unfortunately, December will be starting with a Mercury retrograde, and that could be why we have this Ten of Swords here. It represents the Sun in Gemini. The Sun is in its detriment in Gemini. Its natural house is Leo, fire sign. It's one of your sister signs. So this could be some kind of communication project that has come to you or will be coming to you during the month of December. And the Ten of Swords could simply be the fact that it's going to be coming around around the Mercury retrograde, and that's always delays and hiccups and things not working right, lost emails, things breaking down, and you may feel as though, wow, you know, this shit just ain't gonna work. Remember, you know, it's a test, okay? So let's, how bad do you want it? So let's go ahead and lay the rest of the cards. Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of worry about that. The Moon. Now I have, wow, wow. And it ends with the Chariot. Well, I have two kings here. One King of Cups and one King of Swords. Wow. The 9 cards are Ace of Coins, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the Moon, 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, King of Cups, King of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. It is more heavily weighted towards the Swords, 9, the 10, the 9, the 6, and the King. This is a general reading, and the messages will not resonate with everyone. In order to look more into your situation requires a personal reading. You can always go to click the little thing up in the right hand corner of the video that'll take you directly over to my website. Please read the important information on booking, as that will tell you everything that you need to know. Do not send me any extra emails if you're booking. I just need you to submit the payment and submit the form. That's it. My turnaround time is between 48 to 72 hours, and I do reading 6 days a week. Right in the center, I have this 6 of Wands here. And the 6 of Wands speaks to a victory after a time of perhaps war, battle, fighting. Indeed, coming out of this Saturn return, it will have felt like a war, no doubt, a battle. Like no matter which way you turned, shit just didn't go right for you. The 2 swords at the top, the 10 and the 9, it's a digression, 10 to 9. And I do feel that many of you perhaps are still feeling the effects or the loss of an opportunity that was presented to you. Now, what I find interesting is this vertical row here on the left. Ace of Coins, the Moon, and then the King of Cups. This a water sign male, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. If not a water sign male, then it is someone who is, on the one hand, someone who's very emotionally mature, who can seem very emotionally well balanced. However, he comes with the energy of the moon. And the moon is all about those subconscious things. It is about the fears. It is about self-doubt. It is about the unconscious. It is about dreams. And I can see that there may be some things that have been coming up, but it relates back to whatever this ace is. I'll be taking a look at that. This could also be I'm kind of getting the message that it might be dealing with someone who's been clean and sober for a while, okay? But now they have descended back into drinking or whatever addictions that they have. The devil's not here, but that doesn't mean that the person does not struggle. That's what I'm getting. Someone struggling with perhaps some addictions of some sort. Maybe they have been really struggling against, falling off the wagon, so to speak. But here across the center, the moon, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Now this tells a different story. This is someone coming from, and this is Neptune, okay? The moon is ruled by Neptune. And Neptune, as I was saying, creates a lot of confusion. You're not exactly sure where you begin and the next person ends, or you're not exactly sure if what you're going through is actually real. Is it imagined? It can deal with people saying things to you, but for whatever reason, you're hearing it differently. You're getting a completely different meaning out of it. It just speaks to a lot of time of confusion. And so when we are confused, it tends to make us very, very frightened, because we don't really understand what's going on. We have a different perception of reality. And sometimes we're not even aware that we're in a fog. And this will be lifting. And in one respect, I kind of feel as though these two sixes here, the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords, are speaking to that energy leaving. That some of you will indeed be able to come out of this foggy, kind of a dark, scary place. You will have mastered something and you're going to move away from it. Okay, now this could be either psychologically moving away or literally physically moving away. I do see here that there is a fear of someone leaving. Okay, and whenever I see this card, the Six of Swords with the Chariot, this indeed tells me that there could be some kind of move, literal move happening. To me, the Nine of Swords with the Six of Wands to the King of Cups, somewhat reads as though someone having a fear that the person is going to leave them behind is what I get. See, the two sixes together kind of speak to exciting times. Now, typically it relates to romantic times, but the only cup card here that I see is this King of Cups. And then I'm trying to figure out who this King of Swords is. So this would be an air sign individual. Now, this is whether same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the with the male energy. And indeed, I do see someone walking away. Whenever this king shows up, the King of Swords, if it doesn't represent an actual person, then to me it represents an energy, and it's an energy, it's a blocking energy. Someone who is, there's an emotional distance. There could literally be a distance, a physical distance between two individuals. And it speaks to kind of an isolation, someone who's not going to, that really there seems to be no way around that block. And so what we have is feeling as though you can't change the situation. Okay, the five, and you don't know where to even turn for help. So you just kind of, strike out and wander around for a little while. Sometimes this card kind of reads like exile. It is a Pentacles card. So this is somebody, the actual doing of somebody either being discarded in a way or ignored, or it is someone who has decided that that they're just not going to deal with this particular type of energy. It's a coin. This is the actual doing of something. Now down the center, Ten of Swords, six, you know, it's like all of a sudden, I've been feeling so bad. I got stabbed in the back. I don't know what, I'm at my lowest point right now. And then suddenly rallying, but then coming into a block again. As though these two cards, as though things were going well, suddenly, new opportunity coming in, suddenly, and you know, putting all of your energy into it to actually create something, being very, very ambitious about it, because the wands equal the ambition, the drive, the fighting spirit, and I kind of equate this card to emotions as well. Swords are inimical to pentacles. The energies don't mix well. Fire and air kind of mix okay, but what I see is that someone feels as though all of the hard work that they put in or everything that they done was not appreciated, and so they just decide to leave. They don't want to leave, and this is what these two cards, that there's a fear of leaving, and I think it's a fear of leaving on for both, as if the card is saying, well, if I leave this, I'm afraid that this person's going to be successful once I go, or they're going to move on and they're not going to think about me anymore. Okay. But these are swords. It is a perception. And what I mean by that is, really don't worry about what that person is doing or not doing. Why? Because you're being moved to a different place. And this is about being focused and determined to just, this is also known as the dare and win card in this deck. And so sometimes you have to take a chance and do something that maybe your heart tells you, no, it's not the right thing to do. But if you listen, you see I only have one major arcana here. And, I don't think this is an accident that it has come out on the day that we have the day after we have the largest full moon in 70 years. So it's almost as if the cards are saying this full moon is illuminating a way for you to move through this particular energy, or this particular situation. But because it's not the sun, it's the moon, there's some things hidden that we can't see on the other side. And this energy could simply be someone refusing to accept a particular situation, and all still at the same time being shut out. But as you can see, the Chariot has come to move you through this energy, and it's about remaining focused. And what's I find to be, it ends here we have the moon sitting prominently, and then we have Cancer, which is in the 4th house, which is the natural house of the moon. And as you can see, we have the quarter moons there on his shoulders. So this could be about someone leaving home. This could be about someone looking for quote unquote home. This could be about the energy of feeling that perhaps this person was home to them, and maybe that person not accepting that. Another thing is that I feel with this Chariot card, because I have the wings here, that there may be some kind of, we already know that there's going to be some kind of delays or hiccups going on, moving in with the Mercury retrograde. And I think that's why we see those two sphinxes at rest here. So the card is saying you will be moved, you will be moving, but you're going to have to be balanced, because there's more than likely there's a way. It's going to take all of your focus and determination to do this. Let's take a look at what You know, this could be a new job offer or financial opportunity coming in. You know, you thinking that, yeah, that's what, but it may require that you leave, you move. It could also be that you don't get the actual job that you want. It's a 5 of Pentacles, not a 10. If this was an interview process or something of that nature, maybe this is what this is speaking about. You thinking that you blew the interview here. It is swords, and it's bugging you. It's a fear. There's a lot of fear in this particular spread. A lot of fear. And the moon is coming to say, you know what, no matter what has happened, you've come through this particular cycle. See, full moon cycles end things. Okay, and now the moon will be going dark, and we'll be going into the what do you call it, the new moon phase. Well, we're going to have a quarter moon, that we are moving into the new moon phase. And so here I have 2 quarter moons. So maybe between the 2 quarter moon cycles, you will be able to, if not move totally and completely, you'll be able to make some moves. Okay, and so you're going to have to, it's something to do with communications for certain. All of the swords here with the wings of Mercury on the front of this. This could sometimes be about moving at the speed of light, moving very quickly. And perhaps the card has come out as a warning to say, you know, slow down and get balanced, because you're going to have, there's some things. See, it's a 7, and 7s are about internal struggles. You see, in this card, this 5 speaks to some kind of outside influence, a group dynamic, so to speak. This card is also known, one of the old meaning is the girlfriend, the mistress, or the wife. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Definitely someone moving. Definitely someone leaving a situation of some sort. But there's a lot of fear around it. Let's take a look and see what, first thing I want to look at is what this Ace of Pentacles is all about. These 2 kings. It's kind of strange reading. Now, it looks like some kind of message that came in. Perhaps that kind of gave you the idea that this was going to be something new. You see, this the messaggere is news from afar, but it doesn't tell you if it's good news or bad news. And maybe that's why we have this 10 and this 9. We've gotten some news, and it's like, oh wow, you know, this could be the thing, but we haven't heard more information on it yet. Okay, we're kind of waiting. Maybe we got wind of something, and we're not quite exactly sure what it means. So these are swords, remember. Or I've been waiting on that news for such a long time. It's finally come in, and then you're not exactly quite sure what to make of it. I'm not even getting that. It's kind of a strange thing. But then I have this card of the stanza, solitude, intimacy, and privacy. So this speaks to whatever this news is it's causing you to really take a step back. Take a step back, and it also speaks to communications, but as you see, there's no one in the room. And so what I'm looking at is, I think, mostly subconscious things coming up. Now, the Fidelta. Now, I'm not exactly sure if the Fidelta is telling me that Someone is remaining faithful and hopeful that this situation is going to work out. See, the moon, Six of Swords, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. Okay. Or if they're focused on the message. This is some kind of very important opportunity of some sort. And it's kind of like everything's on hold. Now, this could be that Neptune energy. Like I said, it's like suddenly things free up here. Moment Neptune, a few days after, maybe 6 days, I have the 2 6s. A week after Neptune stations direct, the energy is going to free up. You're going to be able to move forward. We see that there's a victory here. We see somebody moving away from whatever all of that fear and upset, maybe fighting was all about, and they're moving away. This could be, like I said, literally or figuratively. But, but it leads me to wonder, why does it end in a 5 of coins? Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Why does it end in a 5 of coins? A loss. It's almost as if the cards are saying, I don't know what they're saying. Now, this could be, because typically your intuition is heightened around a full moon. And this could be you having nightmares, bad ones, about losing something. Just because I tell you this is what I see in the cards does not mean that it's set in stone. And if this is not a water sign individual, then this is, like I said, somebody who, in a sense, has that kind of emotional balance and emotional maturity. And I'm picking that up from these. But there's a distance or separation here. 5 of coins. The reunion, the limoneo, and the dilettante. Wow. Someone having to walk away. And again, this is the message, the dilettantes. This is a stupid actions and stupid behavior. And as we can see here, there's the reunion. This could either be a meeting or, what do you call it? A job interview. Remember I said it's like maybe you got a message that, you got a job, but you're going to have to move away. But some of you struggling with the idea that actually moving away for this job is something stupid that you shouldn't do. It could also be finding out that I'm picking up like engagement, commitment, engagement. I don't know why these 3 cards have come out on the, that maybe they're, remember I said this card is all about, it's also one of the old interpretations, is the mistress, the wife, the girlfriend. Oh, they're trying to tell me something. This could be walking away from some type of engagement or commitment. or even someone thinking or feeling that they would be stupid to commit or engage, that that's something dumb, that they shouldn't do it. But look at all of the swords, the fear here. Let's take a look at, and the moon hides things as well. I think what I'm most interested in knowing is, what is this King of Swords all about? Because now it reads more like an energy. Now that I'm looking at these three cards, it reads more like an energy. Someone blocking. Wow. Thinking, requited love, and a positive event. Okay? But yet there's a block here. Thought, meditation, the pensiero, dell'amante male, requited love. Fortuna, a positive event. Fortunate events. Now that I'm looking at this, it reads like the message has not come through, so someone walks away. They perhaps have been waiting on a message that has not come yet, and perhaps they don't see it coming, or that doesn't make any sense with this row though. Let's look at the moon, see what it tells us. This is a kind of a perplexing reading here. I don't know if this is about two separate people. Because see, even the two sixes imply exciting romantic times ahead as well. So my question is, why would someone kind of block that out if it was something positive? Again, it's a lot of fear here. And Il Nemico has shown up. But the thing about the Il Nemico is that sometimes the enemy that we're fighting is not another person, it is ourselves. All of this reads like subconscious stuff coming up. All of it. Okay, speranza. This can be apprehension, and that's how I'm reading that. Not hope, but apprehension. Wait, dream, or apprehension. There's apprehension here. The giovane fanciulla. Attraction to a young girl. Now, if this is not an attraction to a young girl, then it would be I'm going to say, kind of like a new relationship. And in that case, this looks like someone thinking that they escaped, they got away from it, like just in time. Yay, I got away. But then we see that there's a loss here. And maybe this is someone trying to block out the recognition that whatever this was, they're going back over it now. They're thinking about it. But yet they're still saying it was positive, but I'm still going to block that shit out. But it's causing them some trouble here. Again, they're trying to run away from whatever's coming up. This sometimes could be the card of guilt. Okay? You know, your conscience coming back to haunt you. I'm just going to leave that alone and not even. But it's bleeding over into the physical world. That's what the pentacles represent. See, this is all in their head. But whatever this is, it's bleeding all over into the physical world. So I'm going to take a look at that Nine of Swords. It's bleeding over into the real world. Doctore. Donna Maritata. Attraction to a married woman or someone who's a nurturer. Mercante. It reads like either someone wanting to help, okay, this individual, this Donna Maritata, or maybe that the person fears the help from the Donna Maritata. Remember, this is fears. Oh, my sinuses. So they've turned their back on that, and they're going to move ahead. Okay, they're gonna. You see, this card is the mediator, the negotiator, making contracts. And again, that's kind of repeated here with this card. This is called the nuptials, or the solid bond, or the solid alliance here. You can see he's got all of his goods here. Okay, all of his goods. And he's taking them. He's running away with them. But that bugs him. Because maybe what the way he did it was shady. I don't know. That's what I have for you in this spread. So we're going to pull this up. And we're going to do a quick Marseille tarot spread. It ends with the Chariot. But I'm not getting the sense that whatever it is, whichever way it plays out, it's going to require some kind of focus and determination. So let's take a look and see if we can pick up some information on work, career, and finances. That was a strange reading. But then it's the strongest, biggest full moon, super moon, in 70 years. And you know, we're going to be moving into eclipse season here. Can you believe it already? 2017, we're going to be starting up in eclipses, I think, in March or April. And so they will be going back over the same points as the last one in 2015 and all of the ones in 2016. And I don't know what the hell's happening. I had that eclipse on my birthday. I woke up and expected to be 20 years younger. Ah! You know, because they say that your life is going to be totally different. I was like, what? I don't know what's going to happen. So maybe if I wake up, I'll be 20 years younger. I don't know. So we'll see. It didn't happen, but so I figure it's got to be something else. All right, so 2 of Wands, 2 options, and 2 elements. Okay. Now, as you guys know, sometimes the cards don't want to tell me certain things. We're asking about career. and finances. Well, I have this Seven of Cups reversed. Well, that's why the deck is reversed, but we're going to leave it like that because that's the way it came. Again, I have this King of Cups. A Seven of Pentacles. So that's 2 sevens. It ended, that other one ended with the, what do you call it? A 7. Page of Wands. Justice. Ace of Wands. Knight of Swords. To me, that's that Mercury energy. But look. The Fool. All right. Well, I was assuming and hoping that this is going to be a career reading, but it's kind of evenly weighted. More so towards the wand, so I could skew it that way. This Seven of Cups reversed. Now these have different meanings. Let me grab the book. I don't read reverse cards. It is telling me something. This is the 2 options and the 2 elements. If I were to turn it upside down, what I have is 6 cups at the top, but there's just 1 in the center here. Okay. I forget what this card is called, so just bear with me a second, and that way I can give you the proper interpretation. An individual integrating into a group while keeping his own position and values, close relations with influential people, exceptional qualities, or unique personality are appreciated. That's what this guy is representing. Remember, I was saying in that other reading that this is, if it's not a water sign male, it's somebody who perhaps has some really unique qualities, well balanced, able to bring groups together, can talk to people in a nice, decent manner, can kind of look at people or kind of feel people out and know exactly where they belong, how they would best fit into a group situation. That's what I'm getting. Same thing for that. But now this card has shown up reversed. And so the name of the card is called Individuality. That's why we have the cup in the center. There are the other people in the group. Reverse, this card says isolation and estrangement, feeling lonely in the midst of a group. Okay. Now again, I have the 2 sevens. So again, this is speaking to me of some type of internal conflict going on. Now this could be an internal conflict within a group of people. We do have the group here represented, and we have 2 options here. Okay, 2 options or 2 elements. And typically, if I'm gonna about a choice, but typically I like to see the 2 of Wands show up over the 2 of Swords, because the 2 of Wands says that you know what you're supposed to do. You just simply have to decide what it is you want to do or how you're going to do it. Now I have the 7 of Pentacles here, and the 7 of Pentacles, I forget what this is called too. 7 of Coins is known, is this the 7? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Coins. Speaks to expansion. Okay. It says optimism, a positive outlook, especially in material and practical issues, a good balance between stability and flexibility, advancement of projects without encountering a real challenge, expansion in difficult directions without losing focus. It also speaks to success. So here, that's exactly what this is speaking about. This is someone who has brought to bear their thinking in terms of what it is they want to do. But it also speaks to someone making a choice. And in a sense, it's like they have chosen perhaps the group situation over their own individual needs. This in the past has worked for them. Okay, that's what the Ace of Wands says. Okay, but as we can see here now, someone in the present tense is feeling a bit isolated. Okay, um, if this is a work situation, this could be, you know, you're getting up, going to work every day, and you're looking at this group of people. You used to be so excited. It was a great team, but now it's kind of just not doing it for you anymore. Okay. Um, let's take a look at what the the Page of Wands is telling us. He's kind of got his body's all flicted, you know, from deep south, I know that word. The Knight of Wands says a change of direction. Okay, so here, you know, we've done what we're supposed to do. We haven't encountered a whole lot of problems, but now we're looking to change directions here. Okay, it says a change of direction following one's urges and passion, a temporary stop, but there is still energy and a desire to advance. Here comes the Justice. Okay, so I got to figure out, you know, where do I want to go next? What do I want to do? Um, I've done this, I've accomplished this, I have achieved success, but there's still more that I want to do. This could even be about how can I maybe even reintegrate myself into the group with a fresh perspective. Justice comes in. I do feel that if this is someone wanting to leave their position, and that's what I'm getting, that this is a position. It's not necessarily a person, but it's a position, someone who has a position, an important position within a group or a team, that kind of framework here. Someone is perhaps re-evaluating what it is they want to do. They've achieved, they gave up something in order to get this, though. This to me reads like a sacrifice, this Two of Wands, because it's a choice. Two elements, two options, you know, picking one road over the other. And Justice says law and order, legal and court issues, a fair and balanced judgment, a developed conscience, rationality, reasoning by clear rules and common norms. It speaks to a touch of grace and humanity beyond the objective considerations. So, in other words, to me, justice is coming in. This person may want to leave this particular group or situation. In other words, they may be feeling, these are cups, that they have accomplished or done as much as they can do. It's no longer feeling like it used to. Why? They're feeling isolated now. Okay. It's all been successful, but they gave up something for that. And so perhaps they are wanting to move into a different direction. This may have to deal with perhaps going to court, separating. If this is a business, you know, partnership, you know, how are we going to divide these assets up? It also speaks to Libra. Okay. And Libra is all about fair and balance, being fair and being balanced, but doing it from a place of rationale. It's a sword, not allowing emotions to come in while they dictate this. I want to do this in the best, most fairest way possible, and I don't want a whole bunch of fanfare about it. Okay, and as I can see here, we have the choice. Now this is the crossroads. And again, it kind of speaks as though the person has come up against another choice here. And the reason why, it's divine timing. Yes. This could also speak to meeting someone, crossing paths with someone as you move your own way. Well, let's split the baby. I can't do both. Yes, but maybe this is a change of heart. because I have the Knight of Swords and he's traveling in a different direction. Okay? He's traveling in a different direction. He's traveling back into this Ace of Wands. So this could be wanting to move away from a group situation, but then suddenly something coming up and you are not able to. We go back towards this Ace of Wands, this start, this beginning, something new coming in. Let's take a look at this, what do you call it, Knight of Swords. See, this speaks to, let me give you the, because they almost sound the same. This is a change of direction, okay? Following one's urges and passions, a temporary stop, but there's still energy and desire to advance. And I would agree with that because we have these wands. So this is really someone, he's looking towards the future. This page of wands is looking towards the future. Here's the Fool. Everybody's looking that way. Okay, so yes, I want to do something different now. I want to go in a different direction. I've achieved as much as I can achieve here. It's time for me to do something different. But then the group dynamic, the Knight of Swords comes in, and the Knight says energy and resources to advance, but still looking for the right direction, hovering above practical constraints, determination, and perseverance. But I feel that this is about going in the wrong direction. It's like something comes in and stops. Why? Here's the Four of Swords. This is restriction. Okay? The Four of Swords speaks to a limited space for development and maneuver, trying to push against constraints. Potentials to grow once the present limitations become less solid. This Fool card in this deck speaks to something unconventional, an unconventional person or thing coming in and may hold the key, the answer. It's the Fool. This is also about going on a trip. Now, this could be a literal trip or it could be a trip within the mind. It's definitely something spiritual here because I have the Justice with the Fool. The karma, new karma. But there's something that's protected and it's not time perhaps to make this move yet. As if the cards are saying something, event, news, something comes in to make the person change directions. Perhaps they feel that they cannot. It could be there's a legal issue in which they are not able to do what it is that they want to do. I'm going to take a look at this Knight of Swords here with these Sabila cards to see if they will give me a little bit of information here. I just think it's funny that this King of Cups keeps showing up. Oh, you know what? The Sun is in Scorpio right now. Scorpio rules the 8th house. The 8th house is all about contracts, marriages, divorces, shares, stocks, mortgages, leases, loans, child support, alimony, all of those things which you have gone into partnership with someone, whether this is a romantic partnership or business partnership. So, or even things that you may share within, a family unit. We do have the individuality here, but it is reversed now. Okay. So if there's anything that's going on like this, and even with the first, know that it is because the Sun has come into Scorpio. So it was perhaps a review or looking at, if I leave, how do I do that? What is it going to cost me? What can I afford to give up? Both in emotional, it's cups, and also in the physical, it was coins here. How do I balance the desires of what I've done for the group against what I'm doing for myself? I don't know how long I've been doing this video. Oh, okay. Well, this is the extended version, Sagittarius, so here you have it. I'm just going to take a quick look at this Knight of Swords here and see what that's trying to tell me. You know, and I don't think it's an accident that this Knight of Swords has fallen exactly where that King of Swords was sitting either. Remember, I said it's a blocking energy. And if these two spreads are related, it could have to do with someone who's in a position of perhaps wanting a new romance, but they are unable because they have other obligations that don't allow them to. I don't know. The Knight of Swords. Look, the Prigione. A block, someone not being able to move. The Doctore, someone who comes in the capacity of help. We do have this Justice card here, so this could be a lawyer or an accountant, someone who's trying to help someone figure out how to extricate themselves from a place where they don't feel as though perhaps they belong anymore. The Sacerdote. Now, this could read to me as if the person either feels alone, but this card is also about a counselor. It's also about having faith. Those are three strange cards to come out on this. It's like the person has to go back. They have to go back. And they've been looking for a way to, again, this is someone who, he has no, if we just look at it on this face value of him being a priest, he has no possessions, no real wealth. He has no children. He has nothing that can tie him down to move through whatever it is that he's supposed to be doing, whatever his goal or his focus is. But their backs are against each other. Okay, this person can't, I think, be free, and maybe they've been trying to figure out a way to someone to, you know, so I have to go back now, but I've got to contact somebody or get with somebody to figure out how I can do this. So that's why we have the energy of the Four of Swords here. I don't know if that resonates with any of you in terms of a job situation that you may be in. But definitely some element has come in and caused at least someone to consider making some kind of move. But there are some legal issues that are preventing that. Now, you know, this could be being the boss of company, the boss of a company, some, like I said, head of a group. You know, Sagittarius rules higher education, philosophy, religion, learning, foreigners, people at a distance. travel of the mind. This could be, someone who has, or the company or the group itself, um, may all have these kind of altruistic ideas, or, because it kind of reads like there's some kind of, not cabal, but there's like a group of people that have been together for a while, but then a new element comes in, and somebody finally realizing, okay, this group is not where I really need to be, and I think I've done all I can do with this particular group. But something comes in that the person is not able to leave. Um, well, it says let go. How about that with the Fool card? Now, I don't know what that means for anybody out there if they recognize this situation, but it says to let go. Why? Because it's time. And that if there's any restrictions, the swords, that it's really all what coming from within you. You do have something. You see, look. Okay, whatever this is that's enclosed is waiting to bud. It's waiting to grow. Because it's time. That's what I have for you, Sagittarians. I hope that this message helped you. Again, it's a general reading, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. That does require personal reading. You can go check that out over on my website. Until next time, namaste. Oh, and happy birthday, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I just got this message. This happens typically always on a full moon cycle, that I get something else after I've closed the cards. Because Sagittarius rules the 10th house, that is known as the MC on your chart. This is really all to do with your accomplishments in life, the pinnacle that you reach. What do you have? How successful have you been? And depending on where the 10th house falls in your astrological chart, will kind of depend on what area in which if it's Gemini, maybe your pinnacle is something like writing and editing and um, anything to do with communication, so to speak. So it will depend, but just on the basis of it, as I said, it rules organizations, groups, charitable groups, philanthropic work. It can also be depending, just you climbing to the top and being a leader. But what I got, the message that I got, was that it is someone, and it's not necessarily this water sign individual. The meaning, the interpretation of the card was someone with exceptional abilities and qualities that are appreciated. So what I'm getting is that if this resonates with you, then it is about you being at the center of, the helm of, someone that people come to. We did have the Doctore and the Sacerdote come out. So someone who's like a counselor, someone that people can come and talk to. But it is a group dynamic. We have the individuality, and it was upside down. So, this could be, what do you consider to be successful? Is it really the work that you do? Is it the charitable groups or charitable organizations, or is that something that you'd like to get into? Is it your family? Have you been the head of the family for such a long time, and now you're starting to want to do things for yourself? So I think that is the basic message, is that it's not really a crisis of conscience, so to speak. It is, I think, someone who is feeling as though they have done all that they can do within the framework of one particular group. And we did have justice come out, and that rules Libra. Libra is the 7th house, and it rules partnerships. and that's partnerships of all kinds. That's marriages, common law marriages, business partners, any type of partnership. And so what it reads like is someone who is perhaps redefining who or what they want to do and what they consider to be successful within the framework of a relationship or a group. Okay, that's what I wanted to bring back to you. I hope that kind of made some sense to you. Maybe by summarizing it like that, you're able to put it more together for yourself. I'd be interested in anybody that's going through that or recognizes that, they'll come over to the website under the YouTube comments, and kind of you feel like sharing, come over and let me know if that resonated with you. Okay, until next time, namaste.